was.
Hey there, some 30 minutes at the top of the hour. Thank you so much for staying here on the AM show. Now, Ghanaian students continue to choose the United States as a top destination for higher education. The 2022 Open Doors report confirms that 4,916 Ghanaian students studied at U.S. colleges and universities during the most recent academic year, that's 2021-2022. Now, this represents a 16% increase over the previous year and continues a long-term growth trend among Ghanaian students. This week, a team from the U.S. Embassy is visiting Tamale and Bolgatanga as part of the American Spaces and EducationUSA Roadshow. And I'm glad to say I've got Lanice Bruker, Cultural Affairs Attaché at the U.S. Embassy here in Accra, and my namesake. Do you prefer to be called Bernice or Bernice? Anyone works Bernice.
Anyone.
Local, you love that, yeah, because I chose Bernice because local people accept that better. So Bernice Afote, Education Outreach Specialist at the U.S. Embassy here in Accra, is also here with us. Good morning, ladies. Thank you for coming. It's always exciting when we have to talk about education because it's what drives employment, drives growth in nations. Let me start with you, Lanice. Just tell us more about this week's International Education Week and what it's all about and what your embassy is doing to commemorate it.
Well, thank you for having us. We're really excited. As you noted, we have a team up north and we are down here celebrating International Education Week, and the good news that's accompanying our report, as you mentioned, on Monday, it was released that we continue to be a top destination. So International Education Week really celebrates the benefits of studying in the United States and globally, culturally, all of the benefits that come along with that, not just in terms of academic, but everything else that goes along with it.
And so Education USA is celebrating this. Just tell me this roadshow you're doing in the North. What exactly are you hoping to achieve with it?
So it's we have in the past had our primary centers here in Accra and in Kumasi, and we have had these little pop-ups, so to speak, in the North. But really, we haven't been able to spend as much time as we would like to interact one-on-one with the students. And this is an opportunity for us to be able to go there, talk to the students about their specific education needs, and share more of what the U.S. Embassy is doing around the country. One of the benefits, if you can call it that, of COVID-19 is that we were able to do a lot more virtual programming.
Great.
And it's something that, even though our primary centers are in Accra and Kumasi, we can engage with students all over the country, including in the North, to help them in their education journey.
So it's interesting you mentioned COVID-19, and it just rang a bell. So for those of you who have hopes of studying in the U.S., it's not just about going there, personally. You can also take advantage of technology, and it's worth mentioning that COVID-19 opened our eyes a lot to all the opportunities technology has to offer. Let me come to you, Bernice. So a lot of students just graduated from senior high school. There are those who finished their undergrads. What qualifications does one need to access a college or university in the U.S.?
Thank you, my namesake, and good morning to all your listeners. So for people who have just completed high school, looking for opportunities to study in the U.S., I know you're still waiting for your results, but this process takes time. So if you're listening to me this morning and you plan to pursue higher education in the U.S., this is the time. Just reach out to Education USA. If you go to the main mission website, GH for Ghana, so gh.usembassy.gov, you will find our contact. Just on that page, you'll find our contact. Reach out to us, whether you're in Accra or Kumasi, and we will take you through the steps. You need to have completed 3 years of high school. So you will need a transcript, you will need the WASI. Don't wait for the results to come in. Just start the process now, and we'll take you through the rest. It's a 5-step process, but it takes time, so just reach out to us.
And especially about getting your transcripts, because some of you will have to travel because of the way we do high school education here. So, it's just good, and beneficial if you start the process now. So, the thing about schooling abroad, the fear a lot of people have is, do I have the funds? Do I have the money? Can I afford it? Does Education USA offer scholarships, or are there other scholarship programs that are attached to what Education USA offers? Let me start with you, Louise.
Yeah, so that's a great question, because that is one of the biggest concerns and often one of the biggest barriers. Now, we do not offer direct scholarships. However, we offer services and we advise the students. So when, let's say you come to our office and you're interested in studying in the United States, first we're going to have a conversation about what is it that you want to study. What type of school are you interested in? A large school, small, public, private? Do you want cold weather, warm weather?
That's important.
All of those things. And then we talk about your financial situation.
Great.
What kind of funds are you able to contribute? Some people are able to pay for it outright, others partial, and others not at all. And we are able to then match them with schools in the United States that can accommodate what they're looking for. Some schools are able to, in turn, offer full scholarships for academic or sports or other things, others partial, and then there's some that they don't need it. You just match up what type of degree and program you're looking for. So that's where our services really come in. We do have some small funds for those who are really qualified and they have everything, they've got all the academics, they're able to get scholarships to the United States, to some school, and they just need a little extra help. And that's where we can help them with just a few of those extra fees. But we don't offer direct scholarships to that. We're more of a connecting them, making that networking and that match, and looking at schools in the US and trying to also attract them to the benefits of having international students studying in their institutions.
Great. Once you're talking about scholarships, Bernice, I mean, roughly, top of your mind, how much do I need? Give me the lowest and the highest. I'm sure there are people who may be watching, parents who say, I may be able to, I'm not sure what it is, but exactly what's the rough estimation of how much it will cost to study in the US?
If I try to mention figures, I probably will be
driving people away.
Right. But the truth is that the US is big. There are over 4,000 institutions, and so they also offer a very wide range of programs. We all know, for example, that if we're going to study medicine, we won't pay the same as someone going to study, another program. Somebody going to study arts, any of the design programs may be paying different from someone going for a humanity specialization. So that's how it works. But as Lani said, much as we have a lot of schools, they also offer a lot of funding options. So don't worry so much about, I know that we are in a difficult economic time, and when you're going to study in the US, of course you'll be thinking dollars.
Exactly.
But don't worry so much about that. What I can tell you is that there's a school for everyone. Whether you can pay partial amounts, or you can pay full, or you can pay anything at all. There will be just a school that is right for you.
So just make the move.
So do well to reach out.
That's the important thing. You wanted to add something?
I did. It is not without a lot of hard work. The students that go to the United States have to be really dedicated to getting that degree, and it starts here. But it does start with that conversation here with our advisors. We have excellent advisors, as we said, in Accra and in Kumasi, and they're able to guide in the right direction on what's going to be the best fit for them.
Right. Bernice, something just occurred to me. When you were talking about the qualifications, I know for other countries you need to take specific tests, language proficiency and all that. I mean, does that work for the US as well?
Yes. So the US has requirements for standardized tests, but it's not every school that requires. Some of them would only recommend. So if it's recommended, it's a plus on your application to do it. And these are all things we take our students through once they reach out to us and we start the process. But yes, they will need you to write tests at different levels. So if you are going for undergraduate, then you're looking at the SAT or the ACT, which all do the same, play the same role in the application. So you don't have to take both one or the other. Most schools require the proficiency tests from students, but it will interest you to know that most of them don't worry about it when they're dealing with Ghanaian students. We speak good English, don't we?
We try.
And we also learn English as a subject in school. So don't worry about the proficiency. I would not say that it is not a requirement. It is, but for most schools, they exempt Ghanaian students from
hard.
that.
It's not a very hard.
Yeah.
And it also depends on the level. If you're going for undergraduate, as she mentioned, versus a master's degree or a PhD, it's going to be different. And we jokingly say that the answer to every question is it depends.
Okay.
It very much depends on the type of program, the type of institution, and the level.
Right. So as it is with education and many other things, there are deadlines attached to some of these things. So what is the deadline for somebody who's hoping to go to a school in the US for the next academic year? How fast should they be working at getting this? Let me start with you, Bernice.
Okay. Thank you again. So there are different times people can start school in the US. All schools are taking students in the fall semester, which starts in August, September. So if you're looking to start in the fall, by January, you should put in an application. A few schools have up to March deadlines. But because most of us are Ghanaians and we will need visas, we also want to be sure that we apply early enough. The schools will have ample time to review your applications, send back a decision to you. If it's yes, which we always hope to have, then you give yourself time to prepare for the visa. Okay. So for August intake, you want to finish by January, latest by March. For spring, which starts in January, you want to finish by October, before that January, for same reason.
Okay. So considering the time we are having this conversation, it will mean that anybody who wants to start working is looking forward to a January deadline, right?
Right.
Okay. So final words, any last thing you'd like to say? If somebody is not in Accra or Kumasi, you said you have advisors in Accra, Kumasi, how do they access? She's spoken about the website, but are there other opportunities, other avenues which people can access your services?
Yeah, thank you. So most of it right now, as we mentioned, is centered either in person in Accra or in Kumasi, but we also have pop-ups like we have this week in Tamale and in Bolgatanga, or we have student study in the U.S. fairs that will come up from time to time. And then, of course, we have the virtual options. It's great options for people that are outside of those main areas. And you can access all that information through our website. As she mentioned, it's gh.usembassy.gov. And, of course, you can follow us on social media at US Embassy Ghana on all the major platforms. We also have, as a benefit of previous virtual programming, a lot of our Facebook Live sessions are still available.
Great.
So you can go back through our social media accounts and look at some of those sessions to get that information. Even if it's not current, it lives on there, and you can get that information at that time.
Now, before I let you go, there's a lot of competition, other countries trying to, encourage students to come over. Why should the US be our choice?
I'm going to give it to Bernice because she studied in the U.S. So why did you decide?
So you can tell us firsthand, the benefits of studying in the US.
I wanted a world-class education. I wanted diversity. The U.S. is big, 50 states, and it offers you a lot of options. The U.S. has the liberal arts kind of education, where even if I always tell students, look, if your mother wants you to study one program, you yourself, you're interested in another, your father wants you to do another, and they're all in different dimensions. Don't try to choose one. You may offend someone. So just go into a liberal arts, explore, take different courses for some time, up to 2 years, and then you can decide. And that even opens your understanding and your perspective. So if you are going into education, you may have taken history and all that. It helps you to understand the history of education. So it gives you like a really broad perspective. So you don't go into your field of study, your major, your specialization with that narrow mindset. So US really has a lot to offer. Because it's diverse, you also tend to meet people from different walks of life. You want to become a global citizen and an international partner. So there are really countless number of reasons why you would like to choose the US. You meet faculty from all walks of life. You may be very lucky to have a faculty who is a Nobel Prize winner teach you, and you can make noise about that. So there are a lot of reasons why we want you to choose the US. And based on our Open Doors reports, you know that people are going, people are excelling. We're also sharing social media posts of success stories of our students.
Great.
So you want to check the embassy's website We have all our social media handles on the main page. Just go and
US Embassy
feed your
Ghana.
eyes.
Yes.
Yes, on the US Embassy Ghana. Feed your eyes and remember that Education USA will be your friend if you choose to study in the US. Thank you so much.
Great, and that's Bernice Afete. She is Education Outreach Specialist at the U.S. Embassy Ghana. And just to her left is Lanise Brooker, Cultural Affairs Attaché, U.S. Embassy Accra. And we've been talking education this morning. If you missed any part of this conversation, just get onto our Facebook page and you will also find that. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Buy 3 months or 12 months HD Plus subscription on your HD Plus decoder this football season and dial *844 hash. No, *844 *8 hash to enter the HD Plus or Record double promo. There are 1,700 rewards to be won, including trips for 3 couples to Dubai in December, 65-inch TVs, household appliances, and many more. Promo is valid from now till the 5th of December 2022. And the most loved and exciting kids cooking show on Joy Prime, Big Chef, is finally coming to an end as we journey to the finale. Contestants have displayed their exceptional culinary skills in the last 11 weeks of the competition. We started with 14 and now we are down to the big 6. Adjoa, Amma, Fidelia, Aram, Prince and Laura. Vote for your favorite by dialing *711 *60 hash and follow the prompts. Who wins Big Chef Season 2? Well, I don't know. Remember, your vote makes 40%, so vote as many times as you can. Catch the finale of Big Chef on Sunday, 4th December 2022 at 5 p.m. on Joy Prime. Big Chef is kindly brought to you by Fortune Rice, Frital, Sunflower Oil, Indomie, Top Choco, Flora Tissues, Low Price Masters, Sankofa Natural Spices, City Black Tonic, and Perk Biscuits. Talking about biscuits, I think I need some tea and biscuit now. But Mapito is standing by with your social media comments. We get interactive right after this.